Hey everyone, for the last time, it is Degenerate Dividends, Dividend Grinder, whatever the hell you want to call me is good with it. What I posted is absolutely not a joke, it's not a troll or anything. I am absolutely making this my last video. I mean, who knows, maybe I'll do like milestone videos when I hit like $50,000 or $100,000, or maybe not, because I want to talk about that kind of stuff too. I'm still going to be active on Instagram and Twitter as I am now, and my podcast. Maybe it won't be once a week like it has been, but I still will keep up on my podcast and do some thought-provoking stuff on that. So, my heart's just not in it anymore. With this community, there's really not much more you can say after what you said is out there, because people like to make investing a lot harder than it actually is. If you're being completely honest with yourself, investing is very easy, and people like to make it hard. They'd like to analyze it way more in depth than it needs to be. Investing is super easy, and people just like to do a lot of analysis by paralysis by analysis. And, pretty much my whole podcast is kind of paralysis by analysis. It's a lot of mental masturbation, but you know what? That's kind of what this community is. When the dividend community, people overanalyze things all the time. If you like something, just buy it. Like, you don't need to go with hell's bells balls to the wall on every single thing in life. Sometimes you have to take a step back and be like, okay, this is consuming my life. Let's just take a step back. What is the benefit of this consuming my life? Oh, there really is no benefit to overdoing anything in your life. And, I'm not interested in doing YouTube videos about it anymore. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm quitting investing. It's not like I'm giving up on the portfolio or anything. I'm going to keep funding it as aggressively as I have been. I'll still do updates on Twitter and Instagram, but you know what? My content, like, I wanted to do sports betting stuff and stuff like that, but it's like, you came to this channel for dividends. I'd be doing all of you a disservice if I all of a sudden just went to sports betting. Like, if I'm going to do stuff like that, I'll just create a new channel, which I might. I don't know if it's going to be sports betting. I might just create a new channel for just everyday run-of-the-mill crap, or maybe I'll just start doing other podcasts or whatever. Podcasts are a hell of a lot more fun than making these videos, I'll tell you that much. Let me just say a big heartfelt thank you to everyone who's supported me these past 2 years that I've been doing videos. Seriously, it's been an amazing ride. A lot of ups and a lot of downs, mainly ups though. I mean, it's been such an incredible journey. I'm so grateful that all of you. I remember how happy I was to get to the point of monetization, and once I hit that point of monetization, I wasn't happy anymore. It became a job. It felt like it's something that I had to put out. I was forced to put out. I'd be an idiot for leaving money on the table. And, that's not how I want to live my life. At the end of the day, I average like $200. On a good month, I average $200 from YouTube income. And for me, I'd rather be happy. I'd rather just take $200 out of my paycheck and put it in the portfolio. And there we go. And then I don't have to worry about, the taxation from the YouTube income or whatever. Just end of the day, my heart's not in it. It's a disservice to you if I'm just putting stuff out there just for the sake of putting stuff out there, just for the sake of getting a paycheck. And just be cognizant, if you are following YouTubers, everyone's in it for a paycheck, okay? Everyone who has the chance to monetize will monetize, okay? They're on YouTube to make money. They're not on YouTube to be a good person. It doesn't matter how they come off. They're on YouTube to make money. And that's just the bottom line. If they didn't care about the money, well, they would either teach for free and not advertise, or they just wouldn't be on YouTube, because what's the point? There's really no benefit. Anyway, one thing I want to touch on is that, look, I grew up in a relatively poor environment, right? Definitely lower middle class. Not dirt poor, but definitely lower middle class. So every time I was doing videos and stuff like this, I always felt like I had a humongous chip on my shoulder. And a big criticism of me is that, like, people perceive me as I'm too emotional with stuff, or I let haters get to me. It's like, guys, like my viewpoints on dividends and a lot of this investing stuff are way different than a lot of, people in this niche. And people in this niche are all group thinkers and they like to do the same exact things. And it's like, if you go outside of it, well, it's breaking the cult and they're just going to chastise you. I know when I say controversial stuff that, there's going to be a lot of backlash. I'm not like letting the hate get to me. It's just, everything I do is with a chip on my shoulder. And for my entire life, I've never really stood up for myself. And I would love to. When I do get criticisms, I would love to just, oh my God, let's just leave it at that. You know what I mean? I think getting all this stuff from YouTube, it's just not fun anymore. Like, I like interacting with comments that are positive, and I like interacting with comments that give a good debate, a good healthy debate. It's not like just attacking me as like a person or my philosophies or whatever. And it's just like, what benefit is that? It's like, we're all in it for the same goal, to make money. Like, I don't care how you do it, and you shouldn't care how I do it. You're just following me because it's experimental. But nonetheless, I had this giant chip on my shoulder, and it's like, I don't like when people flash their portfolios necessarily. And it's like, I feel like I'm getting to that point where it's like, I have a decent chunk of change, $34,000 in the portfolio. I don't want to come off as a guy. It's like, oh, look at me. Look how much money I can put in this portfolio. Because that's not how I was raised. That's not how I grew up. So it's like, yeah, I know people like following portfolio progress. But at the same time, it's like, I hate shoving that it's like I'm able to do this stuff down people's throat. Because people have like $500 portfolios, and that's as much as they can put in for like years. And it's like, I don't want to come off as like, haha, look at me, look at my ego, portfolio is growing, I can put so much money into it. I don't want to be that type of person. It's like, that's kind of my best content too, is like following along my portfolio, because I do fund it so aggressively. But I don't want to come off as this person that's just like egotistical, and it's like, look how much money I can shove into this thing. You don't have this much money. Why don't you have this much money? I don't want to be that person. I've always had a chip on my shoulder, and I hated people like that. Like, I followed Dr. Dividend's channel, and I've always been jealous when I first started following him on YouTube. It's like, God, like, this guy can just put 50K in Ford. Like, give me a break. And it's like, it just fuels my, like, chip on my shoulder, and then I get heated up about it. And it's just like, I don't want to come across as egotistical, because I'm really not. I know a lot of videos I might come out as, like, bashing people, but trust me, I'm really not bashing people. It's like, and even if you think I am, like, bashing them behind their backs or whatever, I would never want to destroy their reputation. It's like, I know that no one who follows the other channels like follow my channels that I typically bash. Like, no one who follows Jeremy from Financial Education or Ryan Scribner or any of that are following my channel. If there are, they're far and few between. So it's like, my words don't mean that much. And first of all, they're making a shitload more money on YouTube than I ever would. And you have to realize, I would never like go on their videos, talk crap to them, or talk smack about their videos, or just blatantly disagree with every single point they have, or dislike videos, or stuff like that. Like, that stuff, I hate that stuff. And that's what I hate about YouTube. It's that it's sometimes just not always fair. It's a lot of drama in it, and it is what it is. I'm going to be so much happier once it's over. But seriously, thank you everyone who supported me. It has been absolutely amazing. You guys who have been supporting me have been OG Dividend Grinder subscribers since the Robinhood days even, maybe. I don't know if there's many of you out there, but seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Like, I've learned so much on this only 2-year journey of YouTube. How did I know it was over for me? Because I would go for walk. I go for walks a lot during the spring and summertime when it's warm enough out here after I come home from work. And I would always listen to investing podcasts and videos and whatnot. I would have like PPC on the background and whatnot. And like the past like 2 months, I'm just like, I can't do it. Like, there's a difference between burnout and it's just like, I just don't care anymore. Like, I'm not learning anything anymore from all the channels that I follow. It's like the Kenny Robinson videos I'll watch, PBC Ian's, Joseph Carlson's. I don't learn anything. And it comes to this point where it's like, I go on YouTube to learn a lot of times. Like 80% of times I want to learn, 20% of times I'm being entertained by following or just listening to these investing videos over and over. I'm not getting either entertainment or I'm not learning. Like I already know the stuff that I need to know in order to be a successful investor. It's like I don't need to hear it 3,000 times, but that's what the dividend community is. That's what this niche is. It's like if you don't do it your way or the dividend growth investing way or whatever it is, it's like you get chastised and it's like you're just cast out as a leper and everything's just going to get disliked. And, it is what it is. I'm a guy who hates conventional thinking. I always try and think outside the box. And I think you saw that on my channel. I did a lot of wacky stuff. But if you that's just who I was as a person. So I can't listen to the stuff anymore. I go on walks. I just want to be entertained or I want to learn something new. I just want to spend time with my wife when I get home from work. I actually want to do stuff around the house when I get home from work. It's just not worth the $200 in income that YouTube provides me. I'm just sick of it. Like I said, I'm going to continue investing. It's going to be one of the highest priorities of my life is getting that portfolio high. And like I said, maybe I'll throw out a video here or there. Maybe like come New Year's Eve, I'll say, hey, here's how the portfolio is progressing. But like I say, I'll be active on Twitter and on Instagram, and my podcast will continue. So we're going to read the last comments here on the community post that I had. So I sorted it by oldest to newest. So we'll see the oldest first. Noah says, sad to hear you that you won't be posting on YouTube anymore. I've been following you for a while and really enjoy your videos. Noah, thank you so much for being a subscriber. Seriously, it does mean a lot to me. The people who are positive in my life, you have no idea what that means to me because I'm not a person that received like any praise throughout my entire life. And that's why I have a chip on my shoulder. It's like I grew up poor and I was never rewarded for anything good that I've done. So thank you seriously for being a subscriber. I really appreciate it. Investing education, why don't you continue on a less frequent basis rather than completely stop? I'm a follower and love a shout out. Hey, investing education. If you want to follow another investing channel, investing education, go for it. Why don't you continue on a less frequent basis? Because what's the point? Like if I'm going to do something, I want to be involved. I want to be committed. I don't want to be like a once a month uploader and pretend that I'm like a YouTube content creator with providing anything of value, because it's just, why waste your time when there's so many other people doing the same exact thing? The dividend community is so repetitive. Everyone's doing the same exact thing. There's there's hundreds of other channels that you can follow. I just want to get out of it. I mean, that's all it is at the end of the day. It's just not bringing me any joy anymore. Inspirational investing. Sorry to see you go. I understand it's hard to work on something you're not passionate about. That's pretty much what it boils down to. Thank you for being a follower, Inspirational Investing. I appreciate that. If you have a channel, go ahead, check it out. But thanks for understanding. I mean, that's what it is right now. It's joyless work. Who cares if you make $200 a month if you're not happy? It's not like that's life-changing money or anything. Matt Spencer, sad to see you leave. Maybe there's another niche you have a passion for. Of course there is, but I'm not going to make YouTube videos on horse racing all that often and gambling and all that stuff. Like there's an audience for that, but it's not necessarily the audience I want to attract. I would still love to see you on YouTube, my guy. Like I said, maybe I'll throw out a couple videos here or there throughout the year just for shits and giggles. But don't depend on me like making a comeback. Regardless, do what's best for you. Thanks for all the content. Thank you so much, Matt Spencer. I know you have been a follower for a while. I've followed your comments for a while. You've been nothing but supportive to me. So thank you so much, Matt Spencer. I really appreciate it. Black Magic, I know you're a longtime supporter. I appreciate you too. I'll miss you. It was fun discussing stuff in the comments. We saw eye to eye on a lot, and things we didn't. Definitely brought up good points about. And that's kind of what the podcast and like what my channel was all about. Just making you think twice. My channel is a lot of mental masturbation, but it's more going against the grain mental masturbation. That's why a lot of people either love my channel or hate my channel. It is what it is. Thank you, Black Magic 77. You were an awesome subscriber, and you commented on a lot of my videos, so I appreciate that. Dividend growth investing. It has been disheartening to see you slowly transition away. I've been following you for almost a year now. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for being a subscriber for almost a year now. That's probably back to the daily dividend days. I appreciate it immensely. I'm assuming since your name is Dividend Growth Investing that you have a channel. So, hey, go ahead, check it out. Why not just post less often? Like I said, I'm not passionate. This channel and your investing philosophy has gone 20 different ways in the last year or so. Oh my God. I cannot stand people like this. I'm not even going to address it anymore. Why not chill and try something for a while and just see how it goes. Because I'm not passionate about it. Like, I hate reading. I'm not going to read a book just for the sake of, like, let's see how it goes. If I'm not passionate about it, what's the point of doing it? There's no benefit for me going in front of the camera behind this microphone, spewing out things that I don't care about anymore. That's just what it boils down to. Hidden Freedom Investing. Sorry to hear about you leaving. I had no idea. I've been a recent follower and made you laugh once. I'm not sure what that comment is referencing, but I'm sure you did. Hey, thanks for being a recent subscriber. I appreciate it. Don't worry, there's hundreds of other channels out there just like mine, just with a little different flavors, more traditional and less controversial. But, it is what it is. Jay Peterson. I wish your name was Jay Peterman for Seinfeld content. But you make good content, man. I don't understand the problem. Yeah, it's just, I just don't. My heart's not in it anymore. And I appreciate you saying I make good content. That means a lot to me because I tried to be different than the hundreds of other vanilla channels out there. Oh, dividend growth investing. Oh, blue chips. Oh my God, yield on cost. It's like, oh my God, like after 1,000 times, I don't care anymore. It's so boring. It's like, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard to invest. Why do you have to make it so hard? It's so easy. But I appreciate you saying I make good content. I appreciate that. Pokey. Well, I saw that coming. Oh, did you? Did you see it coming? Another so-called investor that gives no substantial info bites the dust. So-called investor. Am I not an investor? I mean, I'm pretty sure my fucking portfolio grew from 350 to 34K in 18 months. I said I was not going to get egotistical, but I guess I'm not an investor. I don't know. Whatever. Gives no substantial info, bites the dust. Who would you say on the internet provides substantial info? If you're a brand new investor, like you have no idea what you're doing, you're brand new into the dividend scene, yeah, maybe like all the PPC Ians and Joseph Carlsons of the world is like substantial info. After that, though, if you know what you're doing after like 4 months of learning, there is no substantial info on like any other channel out there. I mean, if you can provide me a channel, go ahead, that like actually gives like decent insight that hasn't been said a bazillion other times by 100 other channels before. Hey, by all means, whatever. You, Lydia, I know who Lydia is. Christian Roberts, he's still on YouTube. I don't know what you're talking about. Betting on Bruce Wang next. Okay, well, Pokey, let's look at your portfolio. Oh, you don't have any content. What a shock. Well, fist yourself, Pokey. The Money Man. I recently started a channel mainly about dividends. A shout out would be pretty cool. Hey, if you want to get into another dividend investing channel, go ahead and follow The Money Man. Juan Busso. I've seen you go from a dividend investor to a boglehead, now a gambler. Chill the fuck out. Who is J-Mac? First of all, I've been a gambler way longer than I've been an investor. That's just part of my channel. Sorry, that's just part of who I am. And if you're new to the channel, I can understand where you see that's different. But no, I've been a gambler my entire life, essentially. I hate this statement right here. This is the epitome of why I can't stand this community. It's so toxic and it's so groupthink. You went from a dividend investor to a boglehead. What the fuck? If you label yourself, I don't know why you would label yourself as a dividend investor. Why the fuck could you not invest in ETFs? Are you stupid? Why the fuck could you not invest in ETFs if you're a dividend investor? How does that even make sense? So you chill the fuck out. Wolf of Ives, you've been a good follower. I hope it's either Ives or Eves, and I apologize if I'm butchering that. I know you've been a good follower, and I love you. I know you comment on my Instagram. Damn, been watching you since Daily Dividends. Appreciate it. You're an OG subscriber then. Do what you're passionate about makes you happy, bro. We appreciate the content you gave us. Seriously, thank you. I know you're a longtime fan. I remember seeing your comments on Instagram and on my YouTube channel. Appreciate it immensely. You're one of the better ones out there. And I know other ones that haven't commented on this post, but always gave me support, and I appreciate it. It's been awesome. Evocati. Why do you care what J-Mac thinks? Oh, I really don't. I've never even heard of him, but I've seen your videos, so you're winning that battle. Yeah, well, I mean, I have 6,000 subscribers and he has like 1,300, but I seriously, I don't care what he thinks. I'm still debating at the end of this video whether I want to rip him a new one or not. Dividend Investing says, thanks for the thought-provoking content. That means a lot to me. I'm glad someone thought that it was thought-provoking. At least the podcast was. Seriously, thank you so much, Dividend Investing. The Retro Snack with a nice lick-a-tongue. I like lick-a-tongue. I really hope you are trolling us. If not, this is sad. Sorry, my heart's just not in it. Gabe Ripley, sorry to hear about this, but you got to do what you got to do. Good luck to you. I appreciate it, Gabe. Why would I force droll, unwanted content onto you guys? It's just doing you guys a disservice. You deserve better. There's so many other channels out there that probably do it way 10 times better than I ever could. But like I said, if you still want to listen to me, I'll be doing podcasts here and there. Christian Robert Investing, my man. He said, no way, man. You've always been one of my go-to guys on YouTube. I appreciate that. I know you just had I was watching your videos recently. You had the decision to go to the real estate over the stock portfolio. And I think if that's honestly what you wanted to do, then it's a smart decision. There's nothing wrong with investing in real estate. And, if you start your portfolio all over again, you could have whole new content. So, Christian Robert, I appreciate you following the channel. Thanks for the support. Minds in Motion, are you still making YouTube content? I know you're a recent follower. You've been commenting on recent videos lately. No, probably not. Like I said, once in a while, but definitely not streamlined content anymore. The World of Snarf, my man, Spence Snarf, you have been like a brother to me during this whole entire process, showing me Linktree, just giving me ideas of what to do. You were the only person that I brought onto my podcast. You've been nothing but a brother, Snarf. Dang, this is crazy, but I would love to hear what's actually going on. Feel like your own diss track wouldn't be a terrible idea. I'm not doing a diss track. I have somewhat of a life. Also, as long as you're still somewhere on social media, I won't be too sad. Twitter is my go-to anyway. Yeah, I did not realize. I used to have a personal Twitter account and I got rid of it. I did not realize how much I love Twitter. Like, I love the Twitter community. There's a lot of trolls on it, but I mean, I love the Twitter community. It gets my thoughts out there really quick. And for some reason, the Twitter community, to me anyway, has been a lot more friendly, except for Big Mac. I mean, J-Mac Investing. Quartz ASDF, but you just started a new series. Why do you stop now? At least tell us, please. You came to this channel for dividend investing. There might be like a handful of you, like 50 of you guys who like you genuinely like my personality. So it's like you stuck around and you would stay around just to see how I as a person do. And I appreciate that. But you came to this channel for dividend investing. You didn't come to this channel for sports betting. I feel like it would be screwed up of me to just flip the channel 180. That's not what you came here for. I don't want to be a blogger. I don't want to be a casino guy when you came for dividends. I know you were a follower though, so thank you so much for the love. Ace Pammer, don't leave us. I'm sorry. It's not worth it if I'm not passionate about it. And then Hassan Investing, the last comment here. Wow, that's crazy. Let us know what your plans are next. A shout out would be nice. Any future plans that I do have. By the way, shout out to Hassan Investing. Follow him if you want to follow more investing dividend channels. But if I do have any future plans for anything, they'll be on Twitter or they'll be on Instagram. I'll let everyone know, or I'll mention on my podcast. But like I said, I plan to be still relevant with my podcast. I still plan on doing my podcast on regular intervals. So you can look for me there. Thank everyone so much for everything. Just to touch on the JMac, he's this fat investor who like just skyrocketed his channel from like 0 to 1,300 by spamming on Reddit. And he's one of these guys. He made. All right, I'm not gonna like destroy him or anything because it's not worth it. I was like, I don't care. I'm not gonna be on this platform anymore. I'm not gonna watch like these videos for like months after I'm done like burning out watching videos. But when he had like 10 subscribers, he would constantly DM me on Instagram saying like, I mentioned you in a video, and I mentioned you in a video, I mentioned you in a video. And it's like, okay. And it's like, I acknowledged it. Like, I wasn't mean to him. I wasn't a jerk at all to him. In fact, I went on one of his early videos and I said, hey, your content's not bad. I think you just need to get a better quality mic. And once you do that, you'll be well on your way. And like the next video, like 2 days later, he had a brand new mic and he's like, I mentioned you in this video. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, it sounds much better. I comment on the video. Like, it sounds much better. Way to go. Awesome. Look forward to future content. And I thought that was that. And it's like a month went by. And then all of a sudden, like, on every single video I did, and I deleted a bunch of his comments, and I blocked him recently, but he would just, like, make ass comments about whatever I was talking about all the time. Anytime I put something on Twitter, he would rebut it, no matter what I said. Anything I put on YouTube, he would have a disagreement and just say his own way. There's a difference between constructive criticism and then just being a douchebag. And he was just being a douchebag to me. And I don't understand. It's like, you do realize you're pissing me off by saying this stuff. It's like, I have a chip on my shoulder. I'm not going to take this stuff and be like, oh, cool, hater. It's like, no, like, ultimately I just want to say, like, fuck you. But I never did. And it's like, he took stuff that I was saying to him like I was like against him, and like I hated him or something. It's like, yeah, I did hate him, but it's like I never said anything mean back to him. I would say what I did in my videos on Twitter. He would argue it in a really asshole dickish way, and then it's like I get made out to be the bad guy. And then this like old fat guy is making a diss track on a guy who's like done nothing. Like, I never understood it. And it's like, he like, in this past like 2 months, he like turned around the entire community. Like, all his little minion followers, like Adam Tatusco and all those guys who like comment on every single finance video ever made, and they're, oh, great video, oh, this is great, oh yeah, blah blah blah. It's like all those minions just all of a sudden flooded to my channel, disliked everything. It made me look like an asshole, but he's the real asshole. So I don't know what to say. Like, I've no business in any of this. I could care less about the guy. All of a sudden, he's like attacking me. I don't know what happened. Like, I couldn't have been any more supportive to him. And then all of a sudden, he's just like, oh, look at my dick. And it's like, he complete 180 and just acted like an asshole to me. I don't know what to say. That's pretty much what I have to say on the matter. The last comment I'll say is, he spams on Reddit like crazy. Every single YouTube video he does, which is like ridiculous. He floods it now. It's all the same shit over and over. There's a reason his karma on Reddit is so low. And it's because you'll see a lot of his comments, no one really likes him because he is kind of a dick and an asshole. But hey, that's all I'm going to say about that. That's pretty much the end of it. I hope you enjoyed Dividend Grinder. Hope you enjoyed the week-long spout of degenerate dividends. See you on my podcast. See you on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. The links will be down in the description below. Like I said, maybe once in a blue moon, once a year or something, I'll put out a video just for shits and giggles. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Thank you all so much if you've been long-term subscribers and commenters that have been doing positive. I wish you all nothing but the best. We're all in it for the same goal, to get money in the stock market. So I wish you guys nothing but the best. Degenerate Dividends, signing off.